Nyla who? It's Nyla what? It's Nyla who? It's Nyla boo. La, it's Nyla boo. Boo. La. And hey guys. If you see my face before, hey, what's below baby band? Wait. Oh my gosh. I'm tripping. if you never seen my face before, hey, what's up below? But be band before, hey boo, how are you? Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe because good vibes here all the time. This video, the waterworks are coming. This video was definitely inspired by one of my closest YouTube friends, Audra. I feel like I'm doing this video to get this finally off my chest, but also to teach you guys that, don't hold grudges toward people that you love. So as y'all see by the title is called Dear Nana. This is something that I'm still struggling with. Even though, like, I always say, like, I'm healed, y'all. I'm healed. No, I'm not. This is definitely something I am trying to heal from. And YouTube is my safe space. And I just feel like, this is something that I want to share. Again, for me, but also to tell people to don't hold grudges. So, let me tell you guys everything. So, long story short, my Nana used to take care of me and my cousins. She was the only Nana I knew. My father's mother passed away before I was born. My grandfather on my father's side passed away when I was born. And my mother's father passed away 2 years before I was born. So she was the only, like, grandparent I knew. And everybody knew where my grandmother lived. Her house was the family house. That's where we had the cookouts, the birthday parties, the baby showers, everything. Like, that was the house. Like, that's my childhood home. And, unfortunate events happened. And I'm still learning how to forgive and move on because, again, holding grudges just makes you live a miserable life. And I don't want to live a miserable life. And I feel as God's children, well, God's child, like, you have to move on and heal. But it's so hard because it's so hard because I'm trying my hardest not to cry. Okay, so it's hard because, this is the house I grew up in. This is the grandmother I only knew. Was my grandmother nice? My grandmother had a smart ass mouth, but, like, I had memories of me, like, cooking for her. I had memories of me watching The Rifleman with her. I had memories of us always getting either Burger King, McDonald's, or Italian subs with extra hots on it on Fridays when I used to come home from school. Like, this is just memories I know. And there was an incident, things happened. And me and my grandmother got into it. So it's like, for me, I think a lot of people, especially, like, I'm trying to get my words together. I'm trying to get my words together. A lot of people are very overprotective of their mother, and that's how I was in that state of mind. I was very overprotective of my mother. There were certain events that happened where I felt like everybody was against my mom, and I was the only one that had to be there for my mom. So it was one time I was coming to visit my mom because we was moving out of my grandmother's house because of a situation. And I heard my grandmother talking on the phone, talking about my mom. And I'm the most respectful person, whatever, but in that moment in time, I was just like, you know what? Bump that. So now it's me going back and forth with my grandmother. Like, this is the first time I have ever argued with my grandmother. And the last thing I said to her, and this was the last time I ever seen her, was I told her I wish she was never my grandmother. And she said to me, I wish she was never my granddaughter. And that came from a hurt. It was hurt. It was very hurtful. And it sucks because that was the last time I seen her. Last time I seen her, last time I seen her voice, everything. And I held that grudge towards her for a long time. Like, I blamed everything on her. Everything on her. But you know, as you get older, you see and you understand things differently on where things could have changed. So then fast forward to, I want to say 2022. Yeah, 2022. No, I want to say the end of 2021. Yeah, the end of 2021. That's when I found out my grandmother passed away. And the way I found out was I was sleeping in my room and my mother comes in my room and she's like, Nana is, has passed on. And I kind of already knew she was sick. You feel me? I already knew she was sick. I already knew, I seen the pictures and everything. And I didn't go see her when she was sick, because the last memory I wanted of her was she was well and she was moving. So when my mom told me, I didn't really have no reaction, honestly. I didn't know how to feel, because in that moment, she was already dead to me. She was already dead to me. And I held so much grudge towards her. So much grudge. And then when I went to the funeral, that's when it like actually hit me. Like, the last thing I said to my grandmother was I didn't want her to be my grandmother no more. And like, it still hurts to this day that that's the last thing that I have said to her and the last thing she said to me. Because I feel like I didn't get no closure. I didn't get to apologize. And it sucks because, you know, you don't want to leave on bad terms with someone that you have loved before, And this person has raised me. This person, some actions that I do is because of her, So it's like little things remind me of her. And, everything happens for a reason. But like, I'm just here to tell y'all, like, don't hold grudges to the people that you love. If you can make it right, make it right. And every day when I see grandmothers with their kids, their grandkids, or even when I think back about it, I always be like, God, I wish I can go back. I wish I can go back and not take my frustration at her, but at other people, because she was being manipulated at the time. And it sucks. It sucks because, like, again, that was my only grandmother I had. That's the only grandparent I had. And I'm still healing. Like, it's easier to go to the gravesite and, like, spiritually talk to her. But that's something that I'm always going to hold because, it still hurts me to this day. And I have dreams about that situation sometimes too, where I try to go back and say, I'm sorry. Like, that was hurtful. I wish I never said that. I take that back. Sometimes I'm just like, I wish I could take it back. So that's why I'm here to tell y'all, like, don't hold grudges towards people that you know that you deeply love, because once they have moved on to the kingdom, you're gonna feel this guilt. You're gonna regret a lot of things, and in life you're not supposed to regret. But that's one thing I do regret, is saying that to my grandmother and how everything played out. You know, it's hard because that's something that a lot of people still don't know, that it still affects me to this day. Even like when her anniversary comes, like I play it off real cool, but it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. And I wouldn't wish that on nobody. So I just want to say, dear Nana, I love you. I'm sorry. Um, I hope you're having a great time in the kingdom. And I just hope you forgive me, even from where everything has left off. Because some days I forgive myself, and some days I don't. Some days I blame others, I blame me. And I feel like this is the reason why, like, I bite my tongue from saying things to people, because I would hate to say something hurtful to somebody that I love and then one day they're gone, you know? So yeah. So I'm just gonna say this again. If you love somebody and you love your family, you know, family is already a lot. But sometimes you gotta love them from a distance. But don't regret saying things, because you know it's gonna hurt you in the end. And for me, I'm trying my hardest to heal and, you know, love everybody how, you know, Jesus will love. And, you know, that's hard to love everybody the way Jesus loved everybody. Because some people are just like, but yeah, I still have flashbacks to her funeral. I didn't even go view the body, y'all. I couldn't. And like, I was watching the other room and just seeing my brother and my mother break down. It's just like, damn, so much pain, so much hurt. And sometimes I regret, like, I should have went up there and held it down. But, you know, like I said, some days I forgive myself. Some days I try to figure out, do she forgive me? Is she proud of me? Is she still holding that grudge towards me because what I said? um, yeah. So, dear Nana, I love you, girl. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And again, y'all, loving your people. Don't hold grudges. Talk things out. And love for a distance, if that makes anything better. No bars.